Hi everybody, welcome back. I'm Shannon with Raising a Blessing blog, and I'm very excited to be dropping this video today because we are starting our Crafty Christmas series, which is where we'll just be dropping some of our favorite ideas on gifts that you can make, and you can really stretch the dollar and stay within a smaller budget, but make something that's very unique and special and from the heart. So as you probably saw at the beginning of this video, today we are going to be talking about these absolutely beautiful prints that are watercolor prints in beautiful frames. And what I love about this Christmas idea is that it makes for a very unique gift for a broad range of audiences. In fact, when my husband saw this one when he got home, he said, would you mind if I keep that and put it at my desk at work? So don't limit yourself when it comes to the audience that you could use this for. I love to use this idea for my girlfriends, but also for White Elephant or Secret Santa, because you can basically make this project for anywhere from a few dollars, let's say a minimum of $5, upwards of $20 to $25, depending on some of the options that we're going to discuss today. So before we get started, I did want to say I'm going to fly through this video rather quickly because I'm trying to keep them a little bit short and sweet and condensed. But if you have any questions as we're going through, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I'll be answering them throughout the day or the week. And also, if you'll go ahead before we forget and click that like button, that will make sure that you continue to see these videos as they roll out, because we have a lot of really great ideas coming to you between now and Christmas. So, jumping right in, the obvious factor that we're going to talk about when it comes to the cost of this project from the start is going to be your frames. Now, if you were to pick up a frame at, say, a department store or a Walmart or something such as that, you're going to be paying full price more than likely. But as I told you from the beginning, I definitely do not shy away from shopping thrift stores for some of my materials and supplies. So you can get some really nice 8x10 frames at the thrift store for almost nothing, basically. This frame itself is marked $2.99, but I usually wait until they do half price sticker day. Or with picture frames, a lot of thrift stores like to really move them out as quickly as possible because they take up a lot of space, and they don't sell as frequently as other items. So they run specials a lot of times at our thrift store where they knock the price down to 75 cents or $1 just to get them moved out. So you can either pick up a frame that's beautiful like this and ready to go for really inexpensive, or should you choose, you can pick up a frame that might need a little more work. Now, you may look at this frame and think it's beautiful, at least I do. I absolutely love the way this frame looks, but let me show you how this frame started out. So now that you've seen how kind of unattractive that frame started out, you understand why several people just walked right by it. They didn't see the potential. But if that frame was something that really you liked the transformation of, then stick around to the end of the video and I will share exactly how I did that transformation, because it took me no more than 5 or 10 minutes. So for just a little bit of effort, you can take a frame that maybe nobody sees the potential in, and you can really transform it into something beautiful. So at the end of the video, I will share with you how I transformed this frame very simply, easily, and beginner friendly. So moving on, the next thing you're going to consider when it comes to cost is your print. Now, I am not an artist, so I have a secret weapon up my sleeve, and that secret weapon is Etsy. Did you know that Etsy actually sells, you can put in their search engine, printables. I usually do printable Bible verses watercolor, or if you're not a big fan of the watercolor, you can just put printable Bible verses. You can put printable Mother's Day, printable mom quotes, all different kinds of things. And artists who create these beautiful pieces of work will sell their files as JPEGs or PNGs, where you can download them onto your computer, and once you pay once for them, you can use them as many times as possible. So that is something that I really enjoy doing, and now that I've closed my doors, you can kind of see these a little bit better with not so much glare. But these are beautiful watercolor prints, and typically they run anywhere from the watercolor prints I found for about $3.99 to download, and black and white ones will run you closer to $1 or $2 each. Now, once you download a file, let's say for instance the very first one we were talking about, this one, which I love because when I have a friend who is going through a loss or a divorce or a separation or something that's really difficult, this is a Bible verse that I really love to give them. So I can download this print for $3.99 and then I can use it. It'll be on my computer. I can send it to be printed as many times as I want. Once I pay for the file once, it's mine to use. Now, that doesn't count if you're planning on selling something with the file. So make sure you read the fine print before you download one. But if I'm using it for personal use, then I can pay $3.99 once for the file and I can print it as many times as I want. So if you have a group of girlfriends, you could use the same Bible verse, the same image for all of them and just use a different frame. And then another thing that I love about this gift is that you can also personalize the back for each one. So if I was giving this to a girlfriend, I would more than likely write a very special note just between me and her that I would put on the back. But I downloaded this file for $3.99 and then I sent it to Walmart to be printed. Now in an 8x10 size, I think I paid about $2.86 to have it printed. So I paid $3.99 for the file and $2.86 for it to be printed. Now, if you wanted to pinch pennies even a little bit more, another option is to choose one that is in black and white. So I downloaded this file. You can typically get on Etsy the black and white ones for anywhere from $1 to $2. I think this one was $2.06. I picked up the frame for $1 at the local thrift store and I printed out the file on my home printer. Some of you may have photo printers, I don't. So this file specifically, I was able to print out on my home printer, but I wasn't able to print the color ones. But you can print out this file on your home printer, and so the entire cost of this project was a little over $3. So that's another option you have as well. Now, let me show you my absolute favorite one that I've done to date. Keep in mind that because of the size of this one, the cost is a little bit more. I think you'll run, depending on what size, depending on where you get the frame and how much it costs, you can typically do this one for anywhere from $20 to $25. But wow, it is gorgeous. So check this out. Okay, so now that you've seen the picture, here it is. And I absolutely love this. So for $20 to $25 for a girlfriend, this is a 16 by 20 print in a beautiful frame, which I happened to pick up secondhand at a store. And like I said, some of the price of this project is going to depend on how much the frame itself costs. The file that I used, that you can see there, the beautiful painting with the Bible verse, was the same price as the others, $3.99. But in order to have a 16 by 20 JPEG printed at Walmart, it cost me $10.86. So having it printed, it's a poster, it's considered a poster size. So having it printed cost me a little bit more, and then the frame more than likely will cost you a little bit more because they tend to charge more for these larger size frames. But for $20 to $25, I absolutely love this. It's a great gift for girlfriends. It's still a good gift for Secret Santa because it usually fits within that budget. Or it's a fantastic gift for teenage girls. I just absolutely love this. I think it's beautiful. I would love to have one of my own in my bedroom. So it's just a great option for a gift that somebody may enjoy for a very small budget. So as I promised, right now I'm going to loop back around and tell you how to make a frame, have a little bit more personality, we will, how to really upcycle a frame. I'm going to share with you some tips on how I did that. But if you are not interested in that, please just remember to hit the like button so you continue to see our videos, and drop us a comment to let us know if you liked this idea. The next idea coming up is a great idea for teenagers, may even be specifically teenage boys, or as my husband mentioned, it's even a great idea for the home gym, if you have someone who has a home gym, or for your husbands if they enjoy working in the garage. So that idea will be coming up next, but I'm going to loop you back to the frame that I did. So very, very quickly, if you are new to working with chalk paint, I am not a big fan of investing in a lot of chalk paint because I tend to like to do a lot of different colors. So Walmart has this brand called Waverly. If you go to their craft section, they sell it in little bottles. This specific color is celery. I pick up a little jar of chalk paint, and this was, as you could see from the previous picture, it was a wood frame. I pick up a little jar of celery, Waverly, and then I go get one of those foam brushes out of the paint department. They cost no more than $1.25, 50 cents. What I do, I did not sand this, I did not distress it, I didn't take any extra steps. I just made sure I put very, very, very little chalk paint on my brush, and then I very lightly wiped over it so that it would leave spots that looked distressed, but there's truly no distressing at all. So it's literally just a foam brush, a little bit of chalk paint, and just very, very, very lightly go over it. And then I try to make sure that as I run it down the sides, I don't hit the back. And you may see a few spots. The great, wonderful thing about chalk paint, comes off super, super easy. So you spill it on your counter, you can usually wipe it right off. Get a little bit of extra on the back, you can usually either wipe it off or just sand it right off super easily. So that is how I did a very, very quick 5 to 10 minute upcycle on a not so pretty frame. So I hope you enjoyed this idea. Drop us a note and let us know what you thought, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.